Sometimes you have articles that get very long, but are organized around certain bullet points or headings. Instead of making your visitors scroll through screens of text, create a table of contents they can use to pick specific parts. In this video, we will use Joomla's page break feature to break a long article into smaller pieces. Let's go to the article manager, and here we have a list of all the articles in the system. The About John and Meredith article has a little blurb about John and a little blurb about Meredith, so that's a kind of content item that we would want to split up into different portions. Let's click on John and Meredith, and we have our content from before. Let's add a heading for John. So let's go and click the page break button at the bottom of the editor. We're going to add a page title. This will be the heading that displays when we're viewing this portion. So we're going to call this About John. And then we're going to add a table of contents alias. This is the title of the link that will appear on the page that people will click to get to this portion of the article. We're just going to say John. Click Insert Page Break. And a line appears where the page break occurs. Let's go between John and Meredith and add a page break for Meredith now. Click on the page break icon. And on page title, we're going to call this About Meredith. And then for the link, we're just going to call it Meredith. Click Insert Page Break. And then go to the top of the screen and click Save. Let's go back to the front end of the website. Click Refresh, and notice that those page breaks don't affect the front end display of the article. But when we click to read more, we see the first part of the article, but we don't see the rest of it. Notice there's a box on the right titled Article Index. This is actually the table of contents that's referred to in the back end. They just call it Article Index in the front end. We have About John and Meredith, and that's the first portion of the article. When we click on John, it pulls up the About John portion of the article and displays the information about John. We can then go over and click on Meredith, and it will pull up her bio. Or we can click on All Pages, and it will display the entire content item at once. If we go back and click on John, you'll notice that at the bottom of the page, there are previous and next links. These links help us navigate through the different portions of the article without having to go over to the article index. The page break feature lets you break an article into several headings. Joomla automatically generates a table of contents, called Article Index in the front end, based on your breaks. When visitors view your article, they have the option of viewing one part at a time or reading everything in one screen.